Breaking Mavericks news on day 2 of NBA free agency. Harrison Graham, Jeffrey Cooperstein here with you. Klay Thompson has made his decision. He is going to sign with the Mavericks on a 3-year, $50 million deal via a sign-in trade. It's going to be a 3-team deal. Josh Green's going to go to Charlotte, Klay Thompson to Dallas. We don't know the final details going to Golden State, so technically this isn't finalized, but this isn't a DeAndre Jordan situation. Like, he has made his decision to come to Dallas. It's just about finalizing the Golden State part of this.
He's going to join the Mavs.
What a day. What a time to be alive.
I woke up this morning with the feeling that Klay Thompson was a Los Angeles Laker.
This morning? You said it 20 minutes ago.
I said it 20 minutes before the signing, I'll be honest. Given the Mavericks' history with their free agents and whatnot, I just didn't see a path for this happening. But fortunately, I was wrong. Nico Harrison and the boys got the deal done, and they convinced Klay Thompson to come join the Dallas Mavericks. The 4-time NBA champion, I believe the second greatest shooter of all time next to his former teammate in Steph Curry, and it is going to get real fun around here. Just wanted to break down some of the immediate news items coming out of this. This one coming in from Adrian Wojnarowski, who said Thompson had 4-year offers for more money, but taking less was offset by the chance to win a 5th championship with the Mavs and difference in state taxes. So it sounds like Klay took the 3 for $50 from the Mavs, but maybe had a 4 for $65 or whatever else he had on the table.
Look, if it was truly down, and we got a new note from Woj that I'll read here in a minute. If it was truly down to the Mavericks and the Lakers, if winning is priority number 1 for Klay Thompson, which, look, at this stage in his career, that was a real question. Like, stay on the West Coast, live that lifestyle, still have a chance to win with the Lakers, but probably not as good of a chance. I could have understand that move. His dad played there. He's a West Coast guy. But if winning was priority number 1, playing next to Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving and them generating him open threes, you're probably not going to find a better situation among the teams interested. Like, that's just the reality of the situation. It'll be interesting to see what offensive tinkering there is. Are they going to add? You would imagine there's going to be some more just kind of a motion offense at times, some back screening to get Klay free.
They're going to have to tinker the offense a little bit because Klay is a different player than the Mavericks have had, and he is kind of a guy who comes off screens. He doesn't dribble very often. He is a catch-and-shoot guy.
But even in basic pick-and-roll sets, that's what they ran in the playoffs, and that generated a lot of open catch-and-3 looks. And through the first 3 rounds, they knocked them down pretty consistently. In the finals, they did not. I don't think Klay Thompson's shooting 17% on wide-open threes in the finals like the Mavericks did. Yeah. Even on a down series, he'll be in the 30s. So
exactly.
I think for that alone, he is a clear upgrade. New note from Woj. We'll get to that in a second, but I want to hear from you guys first. Grade the signing of Klay Thompson, A, B, C, D, or F. Let us know in the comment section down below. Now, again, the last part of this is what Golden State gets back in compensation, and they don't want to take a contract back. That was clear by not taking Josh Green back. Woj just a few minutes ago saying, Warriors and Mavericks still working through details of the sign-and trade. The Hornets are sending the Mavericks 2 second-round picks for Josh Green, Coop, which, I'll take it.
All right.
And one of those could end up going to Golden State. So that might be what you flip to Golden State, because you're not sending a first in this situation when Klay's leaving. So I'm cool with that. Get net a second-round pick for Josh Green and get Klay back. Like, sweet. Like that works for me. Now, that's not finalized, but it sounds like that could be part of or the compensation going back to Golden State, which also includes the $16 million trade exception.
It is wild to think about that the Mavericks have Klay Thompson on their roster, man. And I just – what he can provide for the Mavericks on the offensive end with Luka and with Kyrie, the spacing is going to be unbelievable. And I think the amount of open shots that Klay is going to get, it could give him a revitalization in his career, if we're being honest.
I think he will get more better looks in Dallas than he got in Golden State last year. I know that sounds crazy with the type of offense they run, but as he gets older and he's a little less mobile, like, he probably doesn't want to be running around all the time.
No,
and with the way the Mavericks play basketball, and again, I think there will be adjustments, but there's just going to be simple pick and roll sets too where they crash on Luka and he just kicks it out. There's Klay Thompson. Like, I mean, that is kicking that out to Klay Thompson instead of Derrick Jones or Tim Hardaway who fell off a cliff. Like, that's a big deal, man. Like, if nothing else, he is going to be a very efficient knockdown three-point shooter. I don't think it's crazy to say that he could shoot 42% from three in this offense. I think that's very much on the table for Klay.
Look, he had a quote-unquote down year last year and shot 38.5% from three on 9 attempts. I mean, this guy is an absolute sniper. He played 76 games, even though he had that torn ACL and Achilles that kept him out for 2 seasons. He's been relatively healthy over the past couple of years. It is so exciting to see Klay here, and I hope he can stay healthy, because if he does, the Mavs offense is going to be a very, very fun offense to watch.
All right, we'll get to the kind of the roster breakdown of this in a second, but first, hit that subscribe button. When the Mavs make moves, we got you covered. When they make big moves, we're going live like we did here today. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Let's get to 29,000 subs. We're almost there, and then 30 is just around the corner. Do it for Klay Thompson. Shout out to Nico for getting this thing done. So I think this is your opening night starting lineup, Coop. I think it's Luka, Kyrie, Klay will play the 3, PJ Washington will play the 4. I imagine they go to Lively as the starting 5. I don't know if it matters that much with him and Gafford. They're both going to play over 20 minutes per game, but this would be my guess. And then your bench, you think about just 3 guys in, 3 guys out, right? Tim Hardaway out, Klay Thompson in. Clear upgrade. Josh Green out, Quentin Grimes in. Wash it worse, but I think potential upgrade there, especially if Grimes gets back to what he was 2 years ago when he was healthy. Derrick Jones Jr. out, Najee Marshall in. Again, probably in the push range, but a potential upgrade. Even if those are both pushes, Klay, from Tim to Klay is such a big upgrade, even for a diminished Klay Thompson. Like, you feel pretty good about where you're at with this roster and your depth. And by the way, you still have $4.5 million left from that mid-level exception you used for Najee Marshall. I think you could get a 9th, 10th guy in a rotation with that money.
You could go get a decent player with that. There are some guys, and we'll put a full video out on the channel probably tomorrow about what exactly that could look like. But I do believe that the Mavs still have room to improve, and they can find someone on the free agent market to fill that 9th or 10th role. You expect Omax Prosper to take a little step up. You hope Jaden Hardy takes another step in his development.
Lively's definitely going to keep improving.
I think Lively will improve vastly, and all of a sudden, the Mavs have built a legit championship contender once again. It's incredible.
It's impressive, man. I mean, I think a big we should take a moment here to discuss, forget like the specific player, the whatever. This feels like kind of, I don't want to say exclamation point, but a significant moment in this franchise's history, regardless of how it plays out. You got a free agent, a marquee one, to choose you over LeBron and the Lakers. Woj reported that LeBron called Klay Thompson when free agency opened. Klay still chose the Mavericks.
Look,
that's not happening under Donnie Nelson. Let's just be honest.
It is a big mental hurdle to overcome that the Mavs finally beat somebody out for a free agent. I don't care who it is. I don't care that it's Klay Thompson who's past his prime. The Mavs beat the Los Angeles Lakers and LeBron James, who you could argue is the greatest player to ever step on a court. And they got their man. And Nico Harrison has done his job masterfully once again. He deserves all the credit in the world. That's why he got a contract extension this offseason. The way he has cooked this up, man, is something special.
You think about what Nico has done. He trades for Kyrie, controversial move due to the relationship he has with him. Not only does he fit on the court, he's been an outstanding citizen since he's been here, which was a huge question mark. You trade for Gafford and PJ Washington. Both guys play big roles in an NBA Finals run. You then pull off a sign-and trade for Klay Thompson, a 4-time NBA champ, a top 100 player in the history of the sport, who was also competing to sign with the Lakers. He's done this all in the last 18 months. Like,
Chef Nico, baby.
You can't diminish what this guy has done as this team's executive. Like, we talked about the on-court upgrades. How about Donnie Nelson to Nico? That's a fucking upgrade.
It might be the biggest and most important upgrade.
Seriously, man. It's hard to not be fired up about where this team is and where this team's going. And remember, it wasn't that long ago we were talking about, man, one more bad year and Luka's going to request a trade. I mean, can you ask for more if you're Luka? Like, this organization has turned every stone, man. They really have.
Luka will be signing his 5-year, $346 million Supermax next offseason.
Which he probably was anyway, but, like, I don't think he's even thinking about the idea of what playing elsewhere would look like. Great Klay Thompson as a player, 0 to 100. He's probably like around an 80 these days, 78. But,
84?
But that shooting is it's in the 90s. Still,
Let's go, baby.
All right, Klay Thompson, you're a Maverick. Hit that subscribe button. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you're watching live, we're going to keep this thing rolling. But if you're not watching live, hey, welcome, Klay.